The Lord appears to Moses.
I am your Lord, and if a person has a skin disease, these are the steps of cleansing of said disease. First, he should be brought to the priest for examination. If the disease has not disappeared, the priest orders for 2 live clean birds, cedar wood, scarlet yarn, and hyssop for the cleansing.
I order for one of these birds to be slaughtered over fresh water and clay pot. Then I will take the live bird along with hyssop, scarlet yarn, and cedar, and dip them all in the blood of the slaughtered bird.
This is symbolic for physical and spiritual cleansing.
I will then sprinkle the blood 7 times over the diseased person.
The priest is supposed to pronounce him clean and release the live bird over the open countryside. Then the one who is to be cleansed must wash his clothes, shave off all of his hair, and bathe with water. He is clean. Afterward, he may enter the camp, but he must remain outside the tent for 7 days.
He is to shave off all of his hair on the 7th day, his head, his beard, his eyebrows, and the rest of his hair. He is to wash his clothes and bathe himself with water, then he is clean.
On the 8th day, the priest must take 2 unblemished male lambs, an unblemished Yule-old lamb, a green offering of 3 quarts of flour mixed with olive oil.
I will place the person who is to be cleansed together with these offerings before the Lord at the entrance of the tent of meeting. I will take 1 male lamb and present it as restitution offering along with the olive oil, and I will wave them as a presentation offer before the Lord.
The priest is to slaughter the male lamb at the place designated for offerings. Then he is to take the blood from the male lamb and put it on specific parts of the diseased person's right ear, thumb, and toe. Then the priest will put the olive oil on top of the blood.
I will sprinkle some of the olive oil 7 times before the Lord. The remaining oil I will pour on the head of the one who is being cleansed. In doing so, I will make atonement for you before the Lord.
The priest must sacrifice an offering in order to make atonement for the one being cleansed.
This process showcases humans being cleansed of their diseases while also being cleansed of their sins. This points toward the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus dying on the cross.
Mom, what's that smell that I sometimes smell when the wind blows?
Well, that's the incense burning in the altar of incense inside the tabernacle.
What is the altar of incense?
You see, during the construction of the tabernacle, God commanded Moses to build an altar of incense. He gave Moses very specific instructions on the measurements and the materials that were to be used. Make an altar of acacia wood for burning incense. It is to be square, a cubit long and a cubit wide, and 2 cubits high, its horns of 1 piece with it. Round, long pieces of acacia wood were threaded through these horns so that the altar can be carried. The priests bring the burning coals for this altar in from the brazen altar in the tabernacle courtyard. Every morning and night, the priest sprinkles the incense on top of these coals so that the fragrant smell would constantly envelop the tabernacle. This is very important because it reminds us how we are to always be praying similar to as the smell is always lasting. Also, the smoke that rises is a symbol for our prayers rising into the heavens.
The incense used for the altar is unique, much like the righteousness of Christ. The Israelites could not use their own incense for the altar. It is like how we cannot use our own false interpretations of righteousness to bring our prayers to God. We have to offer them in the name of Jesus.
Wow, I didn't know that God told us to build this altar. So now, every time I think about what I'm smelling, I will pray to God.